Today I'm here with just a quick and easy current makeup routine that I've been doing, and I just wanted to show you guys kind of some of the products that I really like, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. So for my foundation, I just got this yesterday actually. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and my color is Ecru, which is 1 Natural, and I just pour a little bit of this onto the back of my hand. And then I like using my Real Techniques, I think this is a buffing brush, buffing brush. And just tap a little bit of that onto my brush, and then I just kind of start dabbing the product around just so I can kind of get it even, and then I start buffing it in. Down your neck, in case for some reason your foundation isn't matching. It just looks a lot more natural that way. And like, I just bought this yesterday and I think it's a little too light, but I'm afraid to return it because I don't want to get even lighter since it's winter and I do exfoliate my skin, so that's why it's good to do a good job at blending down your neck around this area. Also goes when you get to your hairline, just kind of buffing it in a little bit better, just paying more attention to that area is a good idea if you're afraid that your foundation isn't really matching you very well. So I think that's it for that foundation. The next thing that I do is under eye concealer, and I just ran out of my Maybelline, what is it called? Magic Lumi, which I did like. I don't like love it, but I don't hate it, so I'm not sure. I'm thinking about trying the Maybelline Fit Me. Makeup Geek is the one that kind of talked me into trying that. So that's my next one. But for now I'm just going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circles Eraser in Brightener Illuminator. I just kind of put this as like a little bit of a triangle under your eyes, and then my favorite brush for this is the Real Techniques setting brush. And I think most people use this for powder to set in like certain smaller areas, but I really like just the the finish that it gives on your concealer. It really blends it out nicely, and the bristles aren't very dense, so they kind of just blend out the concealer super nicely. And I just take this all over the eyelid as well, and down onto the cheeks. Okay, and then for setting powder I use the Rimmel Stay Matte and just this little kabuki brush, and I start under the eyes, the nose, forehead. I would totally skip this if you don't have oily skin, because this foundation is, it's already really made for oily skin, but if you have dry skin, do not do powder. That's for sure. Okay, so now that I'm like super pasty, let's get some bronzer. I'm going to use the Bahama Mama on a Real Techniques powder brush. It's just a big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to put some of that on the brush. And I kind of start as if I'm contouring, and then just kind of buff it out. A little bit on the temples as well. I'm just taking whatever is left and just kind of warming up the rest of my face, because I think this foundation is really too light for me, but just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, next is blush, and I've really been loving the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, and it looks just like this. It's just a really pretty, kind of like a corally pink color, but it's really muted when you put it on. It has a little bit of shimmer, and I'm just taking this on my Real Techniques multitask brush. I'm just kind of swirling it back on the cheek and then a little bit on the apples. Okay, and the next thing I do is eyebrows, and I just use this Browsings by Benefit, and I just take the powder side on a Real Techniques. I think it's a brow brush, but it's kind of wearing off, so I'm not sure what exactly it's called, but it's just an angled brush, and I take some of that powder, and I just fill in, kind of starting at the bottom of my brow, and then I kind of define the outside point. I'm not really big on brows. I just like to kind of fill them in to give them some more color. Since I am kind of darker hair colored, I like to give them some color and definition just so that they're not like just totally washed out from all the rest of the makeup. And I kind of have like little spots in my brows that aren't growing as well as the rest, so I like to fill those little spots in as well. And then I just take one of these little brow brush things and kind of comb them out, just to kind of blend it and make sure all the little brow hairs are in place. And today I'm not going to do this step, but usually if I just feel like my brows need a little bit of extra grooming, I will take my brow gel, which I can't find at this second, but it's just the Maybelline Clear Mascara, and you just brush that through, but I don't need that today, so I'm going to skip that step for the sake of time. And then my next step, if I can find it, I do usually use eye primer. My favorite is just like the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, but I'm not going to use that today. If you're in a rush, concealer does a great job. So I'm just going to go into my eyeshadow. This is MAC Shroom, and it's just I think it's a satin, yeah, it's a satin cream color, and I'm just using my finger. I'm just putting that all over the lid, and then take your ring finger and put a little bit on the tip, and I just put this right into the inner corner. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. Just right here on that little tear duct area. You can see that really brightens it up. Okay, and then I take, let's see, where are you? This is a Sigma E35 tapered blending brush, and it's just a big fluffy brush. And I'm going back to the Bahama Mama shadow, or not shadow, bronzer, and I'm just taking a little bit of that, and I'm just going to define the crease. Focusing it right here on this outer part and just bringing it in and blending upwards. This is just to define the eye a little better and give it some dimension, but not anything harsh. It's very subdued, and you can't really tell that you did anything to your eyes, but just gives it a little bit of extra oomph. Okay, and then I'm grabbing my Naked 2 palette, and I'm using the color Foxy. I just use one of these e.l.f. professional eyeshadow brushes. They're super cheap, and they do the job, so I'm just taking a little bit of that Foxy and putting it right underneath my brow to highlight, and it's a nice matte cream color, so nothing too shimmery. Alright, and then I like to go back with the blending brush and just make sure that everything is all smooth. And then I take my MAC 266 angled eyeshadow brush, and I take this color Blackout. It's just a really deep, dark, matte black. And excuse the mirror, I like to mix eyeshadow with water sometimes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and this is kind of like foolproof eyeliner for beginners. It just defines your eyelashes and your eye overall, but it's really easy, and you don't have to like worry about messing up and stuff like that. Of course, it's good to learn, but this is just super easy. So I've got a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going to dab this along my lash line, Just right, kind of like you're almost stamping your lashes where your lashes grow. So if you kind of follow that lash line, you won't really have to worry about the shape going wrong or anything like that. And you can take it in as far as you go. I tend to go about as far as my eyelashes grow, which is like right here. There's probably a few more than right there, but I kind of do that, and then I go to the other eye, and again, just dabbing where your eyelashes grow. And since it's shadow, it's super forgiving. It's it kind of makes a more soft line than if you were grabbing like a pencil or a liquid liner. So right along there. And now if you want to give your eyes a little bit more of a shape, I take a little bit on the very point of my brush and just kind of from where the end of your line and where your line ends, you're going to want to create a wing just by dragging your brush down towards your lower lash line, just like that, and then kind of connect it. If you need more shadow, you can get some more. Nothing too crazy, just very, very small. Just kind of brings your eyes up instead of aiming down. If the line's down, your eyes will look more down. If there's a sorry, my dog's outside, I can see her. If there's kind of like a wing up, then your eyes look a little bit more awake and open. So I'm going to do that on the other side. Okay, so there you go. There's the eyeliner. If you guys want to know more little tricks and stuff like that with eyeliner, I can totally do a video about that. And next, I'm going to go into the lower lash line. I'm just using a short shader E20 brush in the color Tease. It's just like a, I don't know how, it's like a light brown, but it's very cool toned. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and run it under my lower lash line. It's just a very natural matte color to just give some more definition to this lower lid. And I love this brush because it does all the work for you. It lays down the color and it blends it out really, really nicely. So there you go. And then I just take my kabuki and I just kind of run it under my eyes to make sure that there's no fallout sticking around. And then the mascara that I've been loving for a while now is this Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. This is the mini version. I have a full-size version that I haven't opened yet, but this stuff is great. The brush is just like a natural brush, but it's not too big, not too small, and the formula is just awesome, so I love this. Especially if you have like thinner lashes. Mine are like relatively long, but they don't like to be curled because when they're curled they just go straight, and this stuff is awesome. And I just put whatever is left on the lower lashes, focusing on the outer half. And just a little bit on the little ones on the inside. Okay, and then for lips, I've been really loving these like soft matte lip creams from NYX, and I have them in color Antwerp, which is more pink, and Stockholm, which is more of like a nude color. I'm gonna use Stockholm today, and these are awesome. I can't even explain. They go on really, really soft, and then they kind of dry matte. Okay, so this is the finished look. I think it's really pretty. It's very natural. I think it just kind of, like enhances naturally your eyes and your lips and your face and all of that. So it's nothing like too crazy with colors and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good for school. Today I'm just like, I have a friend coming over in a little while, and it's not really that big of a deal. So just kind of like to go natural, and yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully there will be more videos in the future. Life is just crazy, and school and work and moving into this room and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope to see you guys more, and if you liked this video, please subscribe and like and comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all soon. Bye!